This video is going to show you how to import an Excel file, the project tasks that you have already put into Microsoft Project. So we're starting off with the sixth rest of this project. Your screen to start off with, we're going to go to the project menu. You may only have access project information submenu. We're going to go ahead and open up Microsoft. We're going to change the date and make it June 3rd, 2019. As we that will ensure that our project start date is set to start on that date. We have to all calculations will be made password. The second thing we want to do is to create our subtasks based on our 7 major tasks. So let's go back over here to our instructions, and it says you should have 7 major section tasks that are the subtasks fall within. So to do that, we're going to come back over here. We're going to highlight. Okay, under here, start project. The start project is we're going to go to major task. Browse. We're going to highlight initiating task. Location all the way down. You downloaded to charter Excel file. We're going to come back up here to the task menu option, and then projects and change that from projects to Excel workbook. We're going to do that all the way down. Training tasks identified to create. We're going to open that file, major tasks, and we should identify all of our subtasks. At the first screen, we're going to go ahead. This way, this will help us. We're going to create a new map, correct dependencies within as a new project. Only have a few more to go. We're only going to be importing tasks there, and we do not want to import. The start project and end project are actually milestones. It automatically put, and then the source worksheet name is sheet 1. This way. Initiating task. It will automatically come up from the Excel file. Start project and end project are milestones. Two milestones are denoted in Microsoft Project here with a 0-day duration. And as soon as you do that, you'll notice that it created a little, and that's all we have to do. Click Finish, a diamond. Let's go down to the end project and do the same thing. All the tasks that were in. Now we've got those two set. Microsoft Excel file. And we're good. I suggest you go through this process, and that's it, in a very simple manner, by just putting 5 days duration in every subtask. So we're going to go back and modify this later. But let's go ahead and do 5 days, and let's see if we can't copy this cell. Oh, I only did it one at a time. Gosh, that's going to be... Okay, I'm just going to fly through here and do this through keyboard commands, which you can't see. So I'm just going to put this all together like this so that we have all the durations in place. And then we're going to link them all together. So this takes a few seconds. Okay, now that we've done all that, now we have to link these together. So everything's going to start off from the start project. Over here, there's a column called predecessor. That means the task previous to the task. And this is how you define how all of the subtasks are linked together. We're going to go here and we're going to say this subtask on row number 3 has a dependency with the start of the project, which is June 3rd, 2019. We're going to press 1 because that's the row number and press enter. You'll notice how it automatically entered the start and finish dates. Before I go too far, I better do something very quickly though. I'm going to highlight all of the task names all the way through my project. A little too far. Okay. I'm going to do a right click and I'm going to set them all to auto schedule. That way, as dependencies are entered and linkages are identified, the dates will automatically start to auto calculate And it will eventually, when we connect everything together, it'll give us a final end date that it calculates. So I'm going to go through and just identify that we're going to do this in sequential order first. So this has a dependency of task 3 and so forth. Now, be careful. We don't want to necessarily link the major tasks together here. We're going to link the subtasks, and they will drive the dates for the major tasks. So you notice that we entered all the durations and predecessors for all of the initiating task subtasks. And it came up that that's going to take us 30 days, starting on June 3rd and ending on July 12th. So when we come down here, we're going to link subtask to subtask. So the subtask to link develop WBS, which stands for work breakdown structure, is subtask number 8, not 9. Don't do that. And now we're just going to proceed forward. The next task is going to be linked to subtask number 10. Now we can just enter through here and make sure I can type in the numbers correctly. Okay, again, we're going to link subtask and you should see the dates flowing out as we go down through the list. Oops, this one, we had problems with this one in class. I'm going to just skip it right now. And I'm going to go down to this one, and this is 32, and then this one is 34. Whoops, don't want to do that one. Got to skip over it. This is going to be 37. This is going to be 39, 40. And then this one is going to be, even though it's a major task, we're going to link it to the previous subtask. And this is our final day. Obviously, we have a gap here, right here, that we have to fix. So this should be 31. There we go. And now you see it flows out, and we have an end date of January 31st. Well, according to our instructions, we should have an end date of December 2nd, 2019. So we have to go through and make some adjustments. So I would submit we can go through this chart, and we can start identifying areas where we can reduce the duration and change the relationship between the predecessors. I'm requiring in this assignment that you have at least 5 dependency changes, which I haven't put in these instructions. I'll have to revise that later. So we need to take a look at this and identify, are there any relationships that we could do in parallel, essentially? Well, the first thing that we can do is we can identify an initial meeting with a sponsor doesn't take 5 days. That's a 1 day, it's an event, essentially. Also, I would submit that signing the charter probably is 1 day, that you can prepare ahead of time. So on June 3rd, you know you're going to put in your calendar and set up a meeting for July 2nd to have the charter signed by the sponsors and stakeholders. That's why we do this, so you can prepare ahead of time and you can set those relationships. I'm going to stop right now, and I will add another video of how to do the interdependencies.